Good morning students, how are you all? I am Shweta Mudgal, representative of Shiv Jyoti Educational Group, Kota. Students, today we are going to take a recap of a chapter in geography, that is chapter number 1. That is a recap. I am going to explain you the chapter again to make you it more clear. So take out your book, Social Science, Resources and Development, chapter number 1, that is resources, page number 1. And take your pencils also and keep on underlining the terms with me, whatever I will tell you time to time. So the students, geography chapter 1, resources. So students, suppose I am using this pen. This is fulfilling my utility. This is useful for me. And the water you drink whenever you feel thirst. The book you use if you want to study. And the vehicle you use if you want to go somewhere, what are that? They all are under the resources. Why it's so? Can you have any idea? Can you guess? I hope you are guessing right. That is because this is satisfying my needs. Anything that is used to satisfy our needs is called resource. I hope you get the meaning of resources. Means anything which is being used to satisfy our needs is called resources. As I have given you the example of this pen. At present, this is satisfying my need as I am using to writing it on the board. And the book you are studying at that time and you are underlining this term, this is satisfying your needs. So it is also a resource. So student, it is the usability and the value of a things that makes an object or a thing into a resources. There are so many kind of resources which we will read later on. It is sometimes the things have a materialistic value or sometimes may not have. Suppose a metal have a economic value and the landscape may not have, but they both are satisfying human needs. So we can get them under the category of resources. I hope you get the meaning of resources very clearly. Student, there is an activity for you. List the 5 things which you find are resources in your classroom and the 5 things which you get under the category of the resources in home. Clear? 2 lists you have to make 5 things under each topic. Okay. Students, for example, your grandmom's home remedies may not have commercial value at present. Home remedies regarding in cough and cold, your grandmother told you to take tulsi kara, like that. They are patented and sold. If they are patented and sold, they could also become economically valuable. As I have told you that some things have economic value and some may not have. Meanwhile, the 2 factors that change substances to resources include time and technology. Time and technology are very important to satisfy the people needs. Students, people itself is a very important resource. It is their skills, inventions, discovery that led to the creation of the resources. Here you will know the meaning of the patent. What is patent? Students, patent means, you can write with me, an exclusive idea, exclusive right over an idea or invention. As you have heard about some brand names, like Lakme, Godrej. So they are having exclusive right over that idea. So the meaning of the patent is clear here. Students, write down the two questions here which are internal questions, and you have to note down in your copy, which we will discuss in doubt class. Okay, that question number 1 is, what is a resource? And 2 is, define patent. I am going to repeat the question, no need to hurry, write it with me. Question number 1, what is a resource? And define patent. You will definitely get the answer, write it in your notebook, we will discuss it in doubt class. Okay. Students, now the types of resources. I hope you all get the meaning of resources, definition of patent and the resource. Now coming on to the next page. Turn your page, that is page number 2 of your book. Okay. Type of resources. First is natural resources, second is human made resources, and third human, as we human are also a resources. Natural resources are those resources which we get directly from the nature, or we can say as a gift from the nature, which we can use without any modification, like sunlight, wind energy, solar energy. These all comes under the category of the natural resources. Now I am going to describe you in the division of the natural resources, that is actual resources, potential resources, abiotic resources, biotic resources, renewable, non-renewable. So students, we can further classify the natural resources on the basis of development, origin and distribution, as you can see in this flow chart. Number 1, on the basis of development, we can divide them into 2, that is actual and potential resources. Student, what is actual resources? Actual resources are those resources whose quantity is known and are being used in present. When we are using these kind of resources in our present day. Okay, and the potential resources are those resources whose quantity may not be known or not may be used in the present, but could be used in the future. That is called the potential resources. Example, petroleum found in West Asia, means in the west part of the Asia. Okay, petroleum. And the dark soil in Deccan Plateau, Maharashtra. I am going to repeat again the actual resources and the potential resources whose quantity is known, that is petroleum found in West Asia. We know that West Asia is the exporter of a petroleum nowadays. Now the dark soil that is found in the plateau of Maharashtra. Potential that is not being used in the present but have a potential that could be used in the future, that is uranium. Uranium found in Ladakh. If we talk about 200 years back, that was a potential resource at that time, but now we are using in the windmills in Netherlands, so we can say that these are the actual resources nowadays. Clear? Now come to the second, that is abiotic and the biotic resources. All the non-living is the abiotic and all living is the biotic. Examples, rocks, minerals. Biotic, plants, animals. You all have read about it many times before. Now on the basis of the distribution, we can divide them into two, that is ubiquitous and the localized. Ubiquitous resources are the resources which we can found everywhere, like the air we breathe, water we drink, and the localized resources that can be found in the particular places, like the iron ore that can be found in the mines or a particular area. Students, this distribution is also depends on the climate, altitude. That's why we can say that the distribution of these resources are unequal, because it depends on the climate, physical factors like climate, altitude. Okay. Students, we can broadly classify the resources into two, that is renewable and non-renewable. Renewable resources can be renewed and get replenished very quickly, like sunlight. But it doesn't mean that we are using it carelessly. We should use it carefully, because in some places we are seeing the scarcity of the water. Solar and the wind energy are renewable resources that are unlimited and will not be affected by human activities. Meanwhile, non-renewable resources have limited stock and once exhausted may get thousands of the years to replenish. Some examples are coal, petroleum, natural gas. Physical factors I have told you, like terrain, climate and altitude, affect the distribution of the natural resources. Underline it is given on the page number 3 of your book. Okay, please underline it. Now, human-made resources. Student, as I have told you that we human are a very important resources. It is our skills, knowledge and the technique which led to the creation of a resources. Can you tell me, give some examples of the human-made resources around you? I am giving you 30 seconds for that. Please try and solve it. I know you will definitely get the answers. I will tell you, write somewhere, then I will tell you the answer. Check your answer with me. Okay. Human-made resources around you? Okay. Buildings, school. It is a human. We convert the things which has given to us by a nature into a useful things. We get the iron from the iron ore. Do you know? Are you agree with me? I know. Okay, now at times natural substances become resources only after their original form has changed. Original form, that we got the iron ore and we catch it or convert it into the form of the iron to make more useful. People make use of natural resources to manufacture human-made resources like buildings, bridges, roads, machinery and vehicles. Another example is technology. Is technology a human-made? Yes, science and technology is a human-made resources. Showing below the building of dams, huge buildings, that is an example of human-made resources. We human made it. Human resources. Now the topic is human resources. Human resources refer to the number and the abilities of the people. That is why human beings are a special resource. People are human resources. So government is putting emphasis to improve the quality and the health of the people, because we people are an asset for the country. Now the another topic under the resource and the resource conservation, which is very much important for you students, come on page number 5 and keep on underlining the definition with me. I am going to explain the meaning of the conserving resources. As you get the meaning by the term conserving, means to protect or to save our resources which we get from the nature. How can we do it? I am going to give you a simple example. You have heard so many times from your parent, switch off the fan if you are not in use. Switch off the taps while not in use, because student, under another important term that is important for you to know under resources, that is conserving resources. As it is clear from the meaning, conserving, that to protect or to save the resources. How can we do that? The simple example is that to turn off the lights while not in use and the taps if they are not in use, because running water is a wastage. Imagine a situation where all the water on the earth had dried up and all the trees were cut down. Just imagine the situation. What would happen? There is no shade and nothing to eat or drink. If we are not careful, then even renewable resources, even water, can become very scarce, and then non-renewable ones can definitely get exhausted. Using resources carefully and giving them time to get renewed is called resource conservation. What is resource conservation? Using the resources carefully and giving them time to get renewed is called resource conservation. Underline this definition that is given on page number 5. Carefully utilizing resources so that besides meeting the requirements of the present means here the term is important, that is sustainable development, which means that balancing the needs or the uses of the resources and taking care of the future generation, that is called sustainable development. There are ways to conserve resources. There are so many ways. We should alert how can we save and protect our resources for the coming or the future generation. Each person can contribute by reducing consumption. You have read about 3 R's, that is reducing, recycling and reusing things. By adopting these measures, we can conserve our resources. The future of our planet and people is dependent on our ability to maintain and preserve the life support system that nature provides. Life support system, we are getting air to breathe. Therefore, we are required to ensure that. We must be careful how can we protect, we can bring changes in our life and adopt the measures by which we can conserve our resources. All uses of renewable resources are sustainable. The diversity of life on the earth is conserved. The damage to the natural environment system is minimized. The best way is to improve the quality of the life is with minimum interference and to minimize the damage of the existing resources which we are having. Keep on underlining. Another question number 3 is for you. Note down somewhere else, that is in your copy, that is a question number 3, internal question for you. Give 2 examples of renewable and non-renewable resources. I am repeating again, give 2 examples of renewable and 2 examples of non-renewable resources, that is question number 3. I hope you got the chapter, read it carefully. If you are having any doubts, we will clear it in doubt session. Thank you.